blowout win in Baltimore. So Lamar Jackson went ahead and shut up some critics again yesterday. Him and Mark Andrews had a day, and it was just crazy because Lamar was so written off most of the year because Lamar has just really been like just cruising, just going with the flow. And pretty much the thing is this: you got Lamar Jackson threw for 357 yesterday, 3 touchdowns yesterday, and he didn't even lead them in rushing. Finally, that's what made it really good because he only needed 36 yards, but he still scored a touchdown as well yesterday too. And then Gus Edwards had a good day running the ball. Zay Flowers had a good day catching the ball. OBJ was a good decoy, but he still was able to manage 5 catches, 40 for 49 yards. That was, the highest out the group, but not the highest yard amount. And then you had Mark Andrews get his 2 touchdowns yesterday on 4 catches. And then you also had Nelson Aguilar score a touchdown yesterday as well too, who's one of the more consistent touchdown scorers in the NFL if you can find the guy, because he's been good in New England, he's been good in Philadelphia, and he's been good in Vegas as well too. So that was a sneaky pickup for the Ravens, in my opinion. So, you look at this situation, you look at this game, and you say, this one right here was over before it even started because the Ravens had dropped 14 points before we even blinked, and the Lions it was just a house of horror for the Lions yesterday. Goff was sacked the most times yesterday, 5 times. Kind of reminded me of how bad it was for them week 2, but they stayed in that game. They figured out ways to score in that game. Yesterday, they didn't put any points on the board. They really went ahead and got shut down in a lot of the categories that are strengths for them. But Jahmyr Gibbs was able to score his first NFL touchdown yesterday on 68 yards rushing, and he also had 58 yards receiving as well too. So that's a bright spot that the rookie is getting it, and he's coming along now, and he had the opportunity to get the right amount of touches to show that he can be a factor in this offense as well too. But they still needed David Montgomery yesterday to be the bell cow to carry them. And that's what I saw yesterday, to eat up the clock, kind of wear out that defensive line for the Ravens. And that they didn't have that yesterday. And the key thing for the Lions that has been helping them win throughout the season is pressure, and some more pressure. Getting sacks, forcing fumbles, getting interceptions, all that good stuff. They got none of that yesterday. They barely sniffed on Lamar. And they were able to turn over the ball, but that still just didn't matter. Lamar fumbled the ball, and that was just a part of the game. It wasn't anything that was a significant factor to mess up the game. And, Kyle Van Noy had himself a game yesterday as well, too. He had 2 sacks, and that was the difference in this difference for this line yesterday, that they had their veterans playing big yesterday, and this was just a very, very good quality team win for the Ravens. And this was a very bad loss for the Lions because they're playing against a team that is seen as one of the better teams in the NFL and one of the best teams in the AFC, and they absolutely laid an egg. Let's just keep it real. And it happens. It's not something that you sit up in here and you really stew over, because you knew that the Ravens had a good opportunity to do what they did yesterday to a Lions team that has just got back to being a good team, a really good team, not just a team that has some hope. They have a team that has playoff aspirations, possible Super Bowl aspirations. You know what I mean? So, hey, it is what it is, but we all figured it out yesterday that the Lions aren't the best team in the NFC. It's just not happening. All right. They're good though. They're making strides, they're making moves. They're the best team in the weak NFC North. We can give them that. So let's move forward and get into our next game, which is going to be the Falcons seize the lead in the NFC South with a 16-13 win over the Bucs in Tampa. So when it comes down to this one, it is